No, don't worry, jam iko.
Jam everywhere.
As you introduce yourself, let me get you water. You can tell people your name na leo umekuja peke yako kwa nini?
Asante sana, Karis. Good evening, good afternoon, listeners. My name is Peter Macharia. I am a marriage counselor and have been a member of the couples ministry in our church for many years. I have also worked in preparing young people for marriage. So premarital counseling has also been one of the key areas. Today I've come alone. Greetings from Madame Anne. She is currently in a seminar in Naivasha. I took her there on Monday and I came back on Tuesday, but she's there and she said her greetings.
Wow.
Yes.
Nice one. Now you can take some water.
Thank you.
Usizimie hapa kwa studio. Mimi sijui nitakupeleka wapi.
It is true.
Thank you for coming and sorry for the naelewa Thika Road. Naishi Thika Road. Naelewa hiyo njia vile inaweza kuwa. I think it's because students wanarudi nyumbani. But hii afternoon si washafika.
In the morning I was at Alliance and things were not bad. But coming this way around lunchtime, it's unusually, today is unusually, there's a lot of jam.
And nikuja vizuri, today I drove, so nilifika vizuri sikuona mambo.
Maybe it's this afternoon. I don't know what has happened because there's nowhere you find an accident. It happens once in a while.
It happens.
Yes.
Wow. So we're talking about the choice of a best couple, and I had asked that question kwa the post I made. Some of the people are writing in concerning what people should look out for. But before I even sample their messages, what is the role of a best couple?
A best couple has several roles. There is a role before a wedding and the role after
a wedding.
So I can start with the role before.
Okay.
First, I don't know whether to go to the roles before selection.
Okay, tuende kwa selection.
I think I can go with the selection.
Okay.
Because it is something that you need to really do deep soul searching. Is who should be your best couple?
Who should be your best couple?
Because this needs to be a couple you're familiar with. A couple that one of you must know very closely, and you have seen their marriage, and maybe you have admired their marriage. You have said, one day I would want my marriage to be like for that couple. Because when a couple is a role model to you, and you have seen them thrive, maybe even some of their children, there's a testimony about how their marriage is working, then that would be an ideal best couple. The problem is where you go and look for a friend, and I know nowadays it's very common. The young people are not taking sufficient time to relate with the older people in the church and in the society. And therefore, I have found a young person come to say hi to me, and I've never seen them, and they tell me, I've admired you for a long time, and we are looking for a best couple. Would you be? And I'm asking, do you really know me? And I have had complaints from the young people coming that the older people are refusing.
There's a time when sema hapa hata mwasalimi.
That's why, where I worship, we make sure that we have ladies groups, and we incorporate in those ladies groups young people. We have men's groups, and in those men's groups, we incorporate young people so that they have fathers they can look up to, so that they can visit their homes. Like coming Sunday, early in the morning, some group of men will be coming to my house. And when they come, they can see the way we did it with my family, with my wife, with the house help, and they can see the environment. And sometimes you walk in somewhere and you can tell, here there's tension, here things are not working. So we want them to feel part and parcel of the bigger church congregation, so that when the time comes and they decide that couple, they look mature, their marriage is admirable, their values, the way they carry themselves, the way their Christian walk is admirable. So you take time, and one of you must know them very intimately.
One of you must
know them. The other person it will be good that once they're introduced, that they get time to also to start looking. Or the moment you start discussing. And we normally say, you should lead a start preferably and near before your wedding day.
Oh, okay.
Start thinking about a best couple and near before your wedding day.
When should you introduce the best couple in the relationship?
In the that is around an ideal time. The problem is nowadays people are quoting also for a very short time. But you know, the standard during our time, or for quite a number of many young couples, will be about 2 years, where you are getting to know each other, you are courting, you have gone through the stages and so forth. Like us, we started that situationship maybe about 4 years. By the time we are 2 years, we knew this is the direction that we are going. And by 1 year, we had already decided who do we want to be our best couple.
Wow.
We had already listed like 4 or 5 couples, then narrowed down, and then we settled on one. And when we approached them, they agreed. They happened to have been very close with my wife. They had been in the similar environment, serving together in the ministry, and therefore it was easier for them to do. So it's me who was new to them, and I got time now to interact with them, to know them, to establish a relationship.
How feel come outsider?
And incidentally, many men have no problem in connecting. It is when it is the other way around. Sometimes when
I get you.
Yeah.
So if it's a lady bringing a couple on board, the men easily cope with it, and the vice versa is kind of hard for the ladies.
I think because weddings are primarily they take out of a lady's time. You know, ladies value wedding. It doesn't mean that men don't value. It's only that even when you go for a wedding, you can tell it is the ladies who are leaders celebrating. The men are normally seated somewhere watching, and the MC has really to work hard to bring them on. You know, it is like only the lady who is getting married. People forget the groom is also having his wedding. So the issue of clothing, sometimes you hear ladies are disagreeing. The best couple has come, the best lady has come in, or the maid of honor. She has come in and start saying, no, I don't like purple, I don't like blue, I don't like this, and so forth. Hair salon and ABCD. So it's sometimes you find ladies tend to be a bit there. It's gelling is not that easy. I think for you and me, even if we met the first day and we are men, you have decided this, come and let's join together.
Naturally,
too. But it's good. Get time to know the best couple, or the people you're choosing to be the best couple. That now we come to the rules.
Okay. Let's go for the news.
Okay.
To breathe in.
Yes.
Alafu we continue. Young people are writing here hapo wanasema kama mtu ni rafiki yako na una admire marriage yake. I think we'll answer that question.
This is the afternoon switch. In your afternoon shift.
Ya biashara na Dolly Mwirigi.
Ujambo. Serikali ya Zanzibar imetangaza
I'll be okay. I'm walking hand in hand with God. He will keep me safe. Everything, all I need is in the power of His name. I'll be alright. I'll be okay.
You'll be alright. You'll be okay. Everything you need is in the power of His name. It's a powerful song from Javan there. I'll be alright. Just to encourage anybody, because I've seen messages of also listeners writing today. As I asked about February testimonies, and there's so many, but there are also people who are writing and saying it has been a tough month. This and this has not gone well. I think that is the correct message to send to them. You'll be all right. Everything you need is in the power of His name. Call unto His name. Call usichoke, call unto His name. Wow. It's getting us to 24 minutes to the top of the hour. We are talking about choice of best couples. Somebody asked about this couple that ni rafiki, and you admire their marriage. Can you go for them?
It is good that we identify what are those things that we are looking for in a best couple, because we are starting a long-term relationship with the people who will be standing behind us during the day of the wedding. They are our first-line support system. There are people you can call at night because there is this challenge and they are available. They will never give reasons as to why they can't come. And therefore, if those friends, you admire their marriage, your fiancé also knows them all. Once you introduce, you find that they can be able to gel. And because they are friends, you have also visited them. You have their testimony, you understand their marriage and so forth. In that case, I would not say no. It is okay. Because you want to see people that you can relate with. In the process of the many years that I have bested, at one time we were almost professional best couple. We realized that it is good that there's about, if you can have some people who have been married for at least 5 years.
5 years.
It is good. Why? Because they'll have gone through the different stages of marriage. They will be at a point where they know when marriage, the beautiful things of marriage, when the ugly head rises, and what you should do. Because among the key things, understanding how to manage finances, understanding conflict resolution, understanding communication, understanding how to deal with in-laws. There are some of the people that you can go to quickly and talk to, because you don't want issues about your marriage being known by every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Sometimes don't be quick to take them to the pastor or the bishop. They hear so many, and that is not the only issue they're thinking about. So having a best couple that you can rely on is very, very important.
Wow.
So choose carefully. Do soul searching. Sit together, discuss. Do elimination methods, the different couples, until you settle on that one. And if you approach them and they agree, well and good.
Now.
So
you've said a familiar couple, one of you must know them very well. It's a marriage you admire, you've observed, you've admired.
Yes.
And now you approach them.
Sometimes, due to different things, they may decline. One is, like, not long ago, I declined one because I was traveling around the same time.
Okay.
Sometimes the commitments of work may not allow you to be able to be available. Sometimes, because of the age difference, people could be in the childbearing age and they already may be finding, I'll have just given birth, or I'll just be about, and so forth.
Okay.
And therefore, in that case,
sikuringa wanaringa.
Sikuringa ni venye mambo iko. To stand for those hours and really to commit that time and so forth is a challenge. At times, you may realize that there's personality conflict between one of you. And in that case, if there is no that gelling, then you know that there will be a problem. And as things heat up towards the day of the wedding, it can be a real challenge. So there could be several reasons as to why some people may decline. And that is why it's good always, just like everything else, commit it to God before you even go to any couple. Be sure that, and of course, always have alternative If this one is not available, I can always go to this couple.
This is a heated one because see, people are saying, let the young people hear. They chose their friends after they were awesome before and during the wedding. After the wedding, they were left on their own. And they're saying God is indeed helping us. So my maid of honor disappointed me. Was going through a lot in my marriage. She was not there for me. We chose best couples who are married but not to each other. Best man was very good. He was there for us. God bless him. Should I delete my friend from the list of friends? That is the lady not picking calls or not calling back. But can one party be active after the marriage without the support of the other one who is silent?
If they are not a couple. If they're not a couple, there can be a big problem. You see what is happening?
They were not a couple.
Yes. So you may find
who are married but not to each other.
Not to each other.
So
you may find that now after that,
can you advise such a thing?
No. Actually, that is really what we are trying to talk to the young people as much as possible. And one of the key things I'm talking to young people time and again, make your wedding as cheap, as manageable as possible. That money you need it after the wedding, not before, not during. Even if you slaughter a cow, we shall still complain the meat was hard. Even if you take us to Dubai and back, we shall still say it was very hot. Money you need after. I have encouraged young people, do your wedding after the service. Brothers and sisters are still there with the vehicles. You'll just approach one quickly. Let's go and pick the bride. Do it on a Wednesday in the afternoon, so that only people who value you.
This one that happened, Jana. Paul Mwangela.
Yes.
Yeah.
It works because Saturday, anybody who is idle. There's a wedding taking place and they have no idea who is getting married, you end up catering for so many people. You end up having to transport. And, sometimes I sympathize with the young people because you have hardly worked. You have only been maybe out of the university or college, maybe the last 5 years. You don't have enough.
And the biggest amount of money you'll ever have ni umechangiwa.
Umechangiwa. And you're still being asked for dowry and related things. And all these things that you need to buy.
I think I can talk about. You can give me another Thursday. We talk about marriage preparation, combining it with friends after marriage.
Friends after marriage. Yes, thank you. I think we can do that.
Yeah.
We were talking about the roles of the best couple.
Oh, yes.
And we said that before, these are the people, although we do have premarital counseling, your best couple should be one of the ideal couples to discuss with you all issues about marriage. I still remember sitting in our best couple's bedroom because in the house there were several visitors. We went to the bedroom and we had 4 hours of being guided, very intimate talks, actually almost 6 hours, intimate talk about the issues of dealing with in-laws. It happened at that time. There was a challenge because a sister-in-law was in the house and she was causing little problems to the wife. So we got it firsthand. There was the issue of finances. We went deep into it, how they're handling theirs, what they would advise and so on. They talked about sex. And we discussed about it. And they said, they opened up. For them, they were vulnerable with us. And although we had worked with the pastor for some time, there were things our best couple was able to deal with. Our best couple was there during the negotiation process. They attended the negotiation process. They were there to see because they wanted to understand, where does this man come from? Where does this lady come from? How are their relatives and so forth, so that they can point out possible areas where you may find obstacles in your marriage.
Wow.
So we have made it a habit also. It doesn't matter where you come from. We will accompany you. We will go there so that we walk with you the journey. In the process, we see you when things are tough. We see how you manage your anger now outside a counseling session. Because sometimes as a man, you go and you are told all the things that are needed and your face contorts from here to the other. You want to hit anything and so forth. Yeah. So it really helps. So they also act as the first line advisors. They are the ones that will really help you to cope up with the challenges that come in the process of marrying. Of course, on that day, in many places, the best man is the one who goes to receive the bride. So you need somebody who will not, who will be told, we are giving you this lady, and they are there in the morning, courageous, confident, and they can take their role very well. So, and of course, during the day of the wedding, they are there with you. They're the ones that will also receive the gifts that you are, and they will guide the other maids of honor and the groomsmen on ile bahasha.
Hiyo kwanza kuna mahali niliangaliwa vibaya sana kwa sababu nilikwamilia hiyo. Nikasema hii msiambie, hata msiambie mtu.
That is true.
Hii ni yenu. Mr. Macharia.
Yes.
Our best man or the best couple, I mean, wako kwa before marriage, before you guys get married, wameanza kuona red flags.
Yes.
What is their role in such a scenario?
When all is said and done, I imagine one day we shall sit before our Maker and we shall be asked, what did we do? When I made you to be a steward, what did you do? When you are taken in as a best couple, you are a steward. You need to walk with these people candidly. You need to point out areas that you see are possible areas of conflict. Normally, what we normally do is that there will be the premarital counseling session. By the first day, we want to confirm that you have a best couple. Normally, it should be 6 months before your wedding day when the premarital starts. And with that day, we want to confirm you have a best couple. And sometimes we have gone ahead to request the best couples to come so that we can have a meeting with them. And sometimes if they don't make it, we are okay with it because we know they could be traveling, they're busy and so forth. When they notice there's something which is a challenge, the best couple needs to point it out with love, but show you how you can go about handling that area. Because they will come to you immediately after the wedding. They will come to you when they start getting into problems. So why not point it out now? One thing that I've always told people in premarital counseling is that I'm working very hard to help you separate if you're not meant for each other. Some think it's a joke, But I want to be so candid. I want to be so open. I want to give you practical examples so that you realize, am I willing to walk with this gentleman or with this lady for the next 20 years, 50 years? Can I wake up and see him every day for 50 years? It's not just about the fancy first 2 years. There will be those storms. So as a best man, I will also tell you candidly what I think will be the challenges. I have done that to some, and some have refused. And unfortunately, I've had to deal with also some people opting for separation. Even after some of the things you had pointed out. You listen to somebody, value system, attitude towards money, and you can tell here there'll be a problem. Years down the line,
there's a problem.
Or it has become a major problem. It has become a major problem. You can see people who don't listen. They're the ones who dominate talks. Maybe sometimes some people during preparation for wedding, they feel it's okay, she talks, he talks nicely and so on. After, either this one doesn't talk, he doesn't make decisions, or she doesn't ABCD, or this one dominates everything about us and so on. So if you're a best man or a best couple, please point out those things and tell them, can you work on this? There are people we have advised. You need 1 more year before you get married. Step back from getting married, work on those issues. There are those who have come to tell us, thank you.
Wow.
Because they have been able to either handle or realize some of those areas are not go zone. The other person cannot change. And therefore you decide, this is the thing, what I need to do. point them out.
So si kushika nguo ya bibi harusi na kuwekea bwana harusi simu.
That is where the problem comes in when you choose friends, or you choose relatives.
Wow. Because you're bringing somebody who has a certain power and authority.
An authority, that is true. This somebody, you see, maybe I'm a little bit older than you. I've also been married for some time. You came to me because you believed or you felt there's some value I can add to your relationship and to your marriage. And therefore, when I tell you these are possible outcomes of your marriage, there are couples that we have stayed with in our own house. Take supper, we stay up to 3 a.m. And we tell them, both of you are coming with baggage, and this baggage will be a problem in your marriage. And you say, no, the way we love each other, the way we cannot. Before Ania is gone, this one slapped the other. And now you're telling, these are some of the things that we had talked about. Can we work on them now? Or otherwise, this will not be right.
So the message also to the young people is that when you get such feedback from your best couple, accept it as feedback and work on it.
They have nothing to benefit from you working on your relationship.
Wow.
Theirs is just interest in having one other couple. It's like salvation. One other person has gone to God. One other couple will work.
Wow.
And if there's anything that those that are in marriage needs to do, is to see you support one another couple to make it. So that multitudes out there will look into the marriage of these ones where it is working. And they will say, I will get into marriage because I want mine to be like that one of Mankaris.
Wow. And when you see ulikuwa msimamizi wa Mankaris amesimamia pengine, you are like mentored.
These are my children.
These are my children.
I've mentored them.
Wow.
And now I have my grandchildren.
Wow. Have you encountered vijana vichwa ngumu wamekuja kwako vizuri na best couple, or hata ukihang out na some of your couple friends, what are some of the challenges that the young people right now need to work on for them to actually benefit or maximize the presence of their best couples?
One of the things that is very common is that there are many people that are know-it-all. They feel they know everything about marriage. The other thing is people who are not real. We have been to weddings where the man, in preparation to the wedding, they have given the lady everything that could be given. But during the wedding, they don't even have a coin after the wedding. And you have to go back to your pocket to help them at least to sleep out one night before they go back to their house. And you find those things follow up even later on. They follow that couple because one of you has a problem with finances. And people don't want to be told, they want to project that image of I'm okay, I'm all right. Sometimes when you're vulnerable, you get help. Sometimes when you agree that I have some of these weak areas, you can be assisted. So this flashy lifestyle is affecting us.
That's true.
There are people who want solution now. They want, when you're telling them, work on your communication. But he has grown seeing his grandfather dominating. He has grown seeing an authoritarian father. He believes that is the way things should go. There is something I have kept on saying sometimes. I don't know how true this is, but I have always said, if you find a young man who cannot cope with his father, he will have a problem coping with his wife. If you find a young lady who is struggling to cope with his mother, with her mother, she will have a problem coping with her husband.
Wow.
Why is that the case? Because for a young man, the father is the person who will irritate you and is in your presence here most of the time. he will most likely be pointing out, do this, do the other, make your bed, don't do things. They are the people who will be pointing out. That role will later on be taken on by the wife.
Okay.
The mother who is so irritating to the young lady, if the lady doesn't know how to cope with that conflict with the mother, because the mother is the one who keeps on pointing out ABCD, all the things and so on. Yes, that role will be taken by the husband.
I was saying
in
it
the
that
situation.
way. It is actually true.
You see, so those are realities. And therefore, if you want to succeed in your relationship, start with your Jerusalem.
Wow. I have two questions, and I hope we get to answer them.
Yes.
We've talked about after the marriage now, the best couple. You have to be present. You have to be willing. There's this best couple dealing with couple wenye waliwasimamia na walienda washat. Like walienda nakani kama mnasumbua. Mnaendeleanga, they don't talk, they don't like nyinyi ndio ni kama mnawasumbua, mnawafuatilia. What can you tell such a couple?
A message to both the best couple and also to the people who are married. To the young people who are married, please open up your marriage. This best couple can only help your marriage to work. They can only be your support system. If you are doing well and good, when you have momentum, it's very easy for them to work with you, keep on improving your marriage. If you are the best couple and these young people have shut you off, it is still important for you to try to reach out to understand what could be the issue. Sometimes it may be possible for the man to reach to the man and the lady to reach to the lady separately. Call them out for coffee. Understand what could have gone on. What are the issues? And they may say, no, we actually thriving. Or he no longer, he doesn't want the issues in our home. He thinks we are telling the public. But now we became your parents in this responsibility. And because we don't want you to go telling your mother or your father the challenges of your marriage. If I came and I told my mother or my father about how my wife is treating me, the moment she goes home, everybody will be looking at her like, this one is killing our brother. This one is, if it's my wife who goes and tells, it will be a problem. So that's why the best couple comes in. These people, we maybe have never been to their up country and so forth. Their interest is just to help us. So me who is besting another couple, my best bet is to reach out to them. Go even visit them to their church. Meet even their pastor. There's the extent of cost to which you feel these people have completely shut you. And you may not be able to penetrate because, again, you don't want to force yourself into their life. But as much as possible, it's good to establish a partner whereby this couple that you have bested, let them get into an accountability group, people of their age. Then through that accountability group, you'll most likely find ways in which you can penetrate the circle.
Nice one.
Once in a while, even go as a speaker. I do that a bit. We do that a bit.
That's nice. There's so many questions here, and I'll take these questions. This I'll send you by end of business today.
Yes.
Because I feel like hii swala ni tujaingia sana because there's also one who is but I love that we've told the young people the importance of having a best couple and the choice of best couple.
Yes.
You've also put like a preferred age, what 5 years and above in marriage. And also calling out even the best couples also, because there's one who's saying, their best couple were taking advantage of them. Pesa, tumieni.
Can I comment something? Sorry, just for a second. Best couple don't impose anything on these young people. Don't go and tell them the car, the vehicles, all those things. At the time when it is their wedding, not yours, you have come in as a support. Genesis of best couple in Scotland, you had to look for a man who was an excellent swordsman. because ladies used to be stolen. You remember, like the way some of the communities would do? You needed a man who can fight. As you carry the lady on your shoulders and you're running, there's a gentleman who can fight for you. And even on when the signing is taking place, because the people from the lady may come ready to fight, you wanted the best swords person. Yours is to support these people, is to stand by them, is to work with them. Don't impose on them any of your various, all the things that you
reliving your wedding through them. Ndio nakwambia kuna kitu hapa tutaguzia. So thank you so much for coming through. And there's so many questions. A lot of people here are saying, Karis, ambia vijana wasikie vizuri. Na mimi nasema habari mmepata, mwenye masikio afanya nini? Asikie. Sikieni. Best couples are very important. The choice of a best couple really matters. Life after that wedding day depends also on your relationship with those best couples. So maybe kuna wengine mlichoma, mwenzani kupiga simu. It's very important. So thank you, Mr. Macharia. I hope we'll talk about another Thursday so that we finish on a few things we have, because I also feel we need to talk about friends before and friends after marriage. Very important.